Hey y'all, it's your buddy, 16-Bit Gambit, coming at you with another video. This is take 2 or 3 right now. The game bar is acting a little bit squirrely, but hey, it is what it is. As promised, this one's going to be kind of a state of things as far as the game is concerned. Let you know what I've been working on as I disappeared for the last couple months. Couple kind of funky things that I've noticed as far as the zoom is concerned, so I'm showing you everything except for the menu right now. We'll get to that one. I may need to hop in there a couple times to make things easier for me, but it is what it is. If you see something that you like, that you're interested in, feel free to throw a comment, throw a question. I'll take requests. I'm going to start trying to interact a bit more than I have been previously, but digging into it, we've got ourselves the current state of Uncanny Valley. Maybe I'll call it the Uncanny Valley. So we're on the landing page right now. I've got like an option menu that just for the sake of like practicing stuff, I'll set this one up. Now I got a volume slider, which I'll talk through the music, and I should have gone ahead and connected the symbol or signal to loop it. So when it's done, it'll just start over again. I've got it set up so we've got action style battles, we got turn-based, or we got, kind of a hybrid. Game back in the day, I saw did this, Earthbound, and basically, like, once your level got high enough, it didn't make you slog your way through super low level battles. It would just give you the experience and the stuff that you would have won from it. And I thought that was really cool because it respects your time. The downside is I'm just one person, so I don't have animations for basically anything in the active time battle. So I'm just going to switch over to action for right now. I've got these different box themes set up, so I've got a node that I reuse during the game where anything that's got a box background, you can control the color. I'll just stick with the standard blue for right now. Continue. I'm going to work on that one once I've got the game humming along, since I'm going to need to know what values need to get recorded in order for you to save your progress. And then, I'm just going to go ahead and click on new game. So I'm sure you all remember this one. There's been a couple edits to it. You can see up there on the top left-hand side the addition of those boxes, and what those are is right now it's purely computer, and for the sake of people to know what does what, we've got those ones with numbers. So one is attack, and you see if I press it, the box turns black for a second. We've got jump is 2, and once again it turns black. Run, roll, running away from that guy. We've got defend. 4 opens the menu, but I got some kind of funky stuff going with the zoom, and I got an idea for how to address it. So right now it doesn't look super cool, but we'll cover that one in another video. We got 7, which is just your generic interacting with the world option. So 7, you can also see I've got those little transition areas to let you know when you can go somewhere else. Since we've spoken last, or at least last about Godot, I've learned how to do a few things, so I've got now a dialogue window for NPCs. And I've also figured out with that dialogue function, for the sake of emphasizing what they're saying, I can send an animation to that NPC. So say, for instance, this guy, if he's trying to remember something, he'll pull his hat off and he'll kind of scratch his head. If he's going to tell you where something is, he'll point at it. Cool stuff like that. Also, you can see that in the background, I've started doing more cloud stuff. I really like the look of big clouds and dynamic backgrounds. This is what I think looks good. I know that, I grew up in the era of pixel games, so what one person thinks looks good, other folks might think is a little bit archaic, but it makes me happy anyway. So going back to this other map, you can see right there, right in the middle of the screen, we've got that guy that I drew a couple days back. And the reason why I'm staying away from him right now is because as soon as I step into his notice area, he's going to look over at me, and then he's going to start spawning enemies. And right now, he doesn't have a limit on those, so it's going to get kind of hard to talk and try to defend myself. Unless I go to the menu real quick and I equip a weapon, which I'm going to go ahead and do that Yeah, I know this zoom is a little bit funky. I think what I'm going to do is similar to that character dialogue. I'm also going to put this one underneath the character and just have it turned off whenever I'm not using it. So real quick, I'm going to equip a rusty sword. I'm going to exit. That way, right now I can one-hit enemies. So you see I step into this guy's notice bubble and he looks over in my direction and plop, drops an enemy. I'm going to mess with that animation. You see how when it first spawns into existence, it's at the end of the animation instead of the beginning, so I'll fix that one. Also, you can see now the enemies have an attack capability and I can roll through them a la Dark Souls. But also, if the enemy is chasing me and I get out of his range, he can get mad and bring one of his friends to the party, which I thought that was cool. Depending on how strong your character is or how good you're playing, it could get overwhelming. Like that could be a point early on of having areas that just become dangerous the longer you stay in them. Because, I mean, without the sword, I would be stumbling over my speech as I was, oh crap, as soon as I said it. Anyway, yep, such is life. So, no one's perfect. But anyway, so I'm going to go back into the game. I'm going to hunker down or hunker up over here. And just let y'all know, I think, like, this is the current state of things. This is what I'm going to kind of base that game on. I'm going to start now adding more enemies. And then also building up to, I guess, the end of the first story arc. I'm not a professional writer, so I don't exactly know what to call it, but it's going to be a good stopping point for a demo as far as that one's concerned. I'm going to stay in the action combat mode because it's just easier for me to do all this stuff right now because I've gotten used to it. As far as the next video is concerned, I'm going to share with you guys, what I've learned as far as being able to summon additional enemies, how to connect those signals so that the new enemies can also summon additional enemies as well. And then also I'm going to show you all how to do that enemy spawn point. And what I'm going to do is right now the spawn point only has the one bulb that's active, and I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to be 3 bulbs. And I'm also going to set up so you can fight that enemy. I think that the eyeball, if I can set up so it's really noticeable, like you'll inherently know to strike at that one, and I'll give it a little bit of HP, and then eventually like the thing will die and it won't spawn any more of those enemies. That said, yeah, this is it. If you saw anything that you think is cool, let me know. Otherwise, I'll do videos with updates, maybe like once a week. Now, try to throw in node sort of stuff that I haven't seen as far as Godot is concerned, but I could just be reinventing the wheel. But if you have any questions, if you have any requests, I'll try to prioritize those for the 34 awesome folks that have subscribed. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, post a comment. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. And before the next week is out, I'll go ahead and I'll complete that enemy spawn node and I'll turn it into kind of a stationary sort of boss. If I'm really froggy, sometime in the next few weeks, I'll also set up so that whole enemy can chase after you. It's just with me being one person with everything coding, all that stuff, it'd be tough for me to, in less than a week, animate also the thing tearing its tongue out of the ground and then standing up and chasing you, and also figuring out what additional attack stuff I could do, because like if all it does is stand up and chase you and collide with you, I guess that's cool, like it's a starting point. But I think I could figure out something else, like I don't know, as far as what the thing could do. Maybe those tentacles, or one of them is left over and it like tries to grab you with the tentacle. Yeah, that's a lot. And now I'm rambling. So I'll just go ahead and bring it all together. Hey everyone, thanks for watching and thanks for being a good audience. This has been your buddy 16-Bit Gambit. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you in about a week. Otherwise, y'all be good, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.